Hey there, please watch part 1 and part 2 of the today's recording, June 8, to understand what's going on. I'm stepping right back into where I left before. So, question to you. What happens, yeah, because the sugar, like the carbohydrates, is sugar, right? If you break it down. So whole wheat is sugar as well that breaks down slowly. I'm explaining this so knobhead like you can look it up yourself and like understand it in your own way. But the principle I think is clear, right? So you need so you see what happens to little children that eat a lot of sugar, white sugar. They go crazy, have lots of energy, then they crash shortly after and they get whiny and throw a tantrum. That happens to you too. So, question to you. What do you think happens if you have a bulimia eating attack and you crave cookies and cake? Why do you go straight to the cake and the ice cream? Because it's easy available sugar that goes right into your system and gives you that energy kick that you need because you are so low on sugar levels because you deny yourself the carbohydrates because you want to be thin and on a diet. What do you think? Why do you crave the cake? It's because your body tells you, I need carbohydrates. And in cake, that's why you lust for cake and you are out of balance. You lust the unhealthy carbos, the white sugar that gives you nothing but a short high and a low that you like, oh, feel shit afterwards. No wonder you like want to have that relief afterwards. So I told you about before I got married and I was healthy. I had recovered for like 3 years. Yeah, I've been like super healthy and happy for 10 years now. Thank God, thank God. And the body that it has its own autopilot to get you back on track if you make the necessary steps. So I found this amazing diet, the carbohydrate diet. Can you believe it? And it worked for me. And it's not a diet because the word diet is totally abused. Diet is not to deny yourself. Diet is a certain way to eat that gives you everything your body needs. Yeah. So, whole wheat with all the spelt and like with all the oils around the corn, like the wheat, or rye or barley, whatever you think is best for you. But the whole wheat gives you so much power, and I have denied myself all carbohydrates for so many years and never allowed myself to really feel satisfied after a meal. So uh, it was just such an amazing experience for me to allow myself to eat whole wheat in lots of quantities. And the only thing I had to take care of while I was changing like my body function and make my body ready again to digest proper carbohydrates, was to separate like the oil and other things. So I had that in separate portions, yeah, like my vitamins, but I didn't mix it up because I just had the feeling I have to teach my body step by step to get accustomed to all these foods again, like bread. And I'm such a bread lover, but it has to be whole wheat because otherwise it, your body is reminded of the old bad habits. So if you eat white bread, there's nothing in it. Like if you put it on your tongue and let it just be there, it gets like super sugary sweet, and you don't have that real energy. You're gonna crash shortly after. White bread is no better than a piece of cake in disguise. And nothing against a piece of cake. Yeah, you need your happy foods as well, and you will have them again step by step. So carbohydrates. Read about carbohydrates and whole wheat, the benefits of whole wheat. And you know what? If you can't stop, which is obvious, bulimia from one day to the other, um, you can you can influence what you shop, right? I mean, of course, you still can fall back and have an attack where you think, oh, I need this and this, and you shop all the shit stuff while you are in this kind of state, but your general shopping when you're in a good mood, use your good moments. Hey, get out there and buy some beautiful, healthy, organic products that you would really like to keep inside. And maybe you surprise yourself and you eat them like when you feel safe, and your body will appreciate it. And it's so important to exchange slowly, to add one thing at a time that's beneficial for your body, and to find out what it is that is beneficial to your body. And forget about diet. You're gonna be thin anyway because we are not meant to be fat by nature. Whole wheat. Let me look at my list again that I made. Body and brain needs fuel to recover. Yeah, that's what I just said. Okay. Um, understand why you have a text. That's what we talk about. Talk about your sweet addictions. Oh yeah, nice little example. I promise not to talk too much about myself, but it's a great story. And I started also to write down all the stories in a book version that I hope to get ready one day. But would be good. Um, so after I recovered, yeah, so I was stable. I like in the last year, I still had this one thing that made me put my finger in my throat every now and then because I just did not know how to handle it, and that was sweets and chocolate. And I never had a sweet tooth when I was a child. I never was like, so that kind of puzzled me, especially chocolate mousse, Nutella. I don't know if you know that. That's very good, and I love it again, and I can have it as, but I don't want it uh, that often, like in rare occasions. So in the last year, where it was still like, let me say, I threw up maybe every 2 or 3 months once, and I learned not to beat myself up, but to observe it. Why? Why do I have this craving for this chocolate stuff? And I moved into a new apartment, and I thought, okay, with moving into this new apartment, I would really, really give up throwing up forever and ever. And it's only the sweets, like that chocolate stuff, and also gummy bears. Why do I have this? Because I always have to finish the whole pack. So I can never have something at home. But I want to have stuff at home, like if I have guests, I want to have my odd cookie. Why do I always have to eat the whole pack or 2 packs? Why do I have to finish it? Then I had this great idea. I thought, okay, I'm tricking myself. I spend as much money, and I like really saved up for this too, because I thought, what happens if I have that much at home of the dangerous food that I can't eat it all at once, that it's just simply too much, that it's like stocked up for like a whole army. And I bought, without lying, a whole shopping trolley of all sorts of different chocolate. I was like thinking, okay, I'm treating myself like a crazy chocolate fairy here, and I have enough forever and ever. Let's see how I react to that. And that was the last time I threw up. So I had this stocked in my new apartment. And I ate it gradually, and I put on like 5 kilos. And the last day, like, and I still had so much. I just bought tons and tons and tons and tons and tons of everything that was a problem for me. And the last time I threw up was like I felt fat because I had put on like 5 kilos, and I ate so much and felt so sick, and I threw it up, and I said, okay, that was the last time, and I think I lost my sweet tooth. Thanks. And I really, really lost it with this experience. That was, yeah, I've written it down. I don't know if it works for you, but you see the thought behind it. Become the detective. Why do you crave certain things? Think about it like in nutritions and proteins and carbohydrates, because your body is crying for it. And now it's 9:36. That was what came to my mind. Oh, and last thing, water, water, water. If you can add clear, clean, fresh, filtered water, whatever, drink as much water as you can. That you can do right away, and it will help you a hell of a lot. Water, 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 lots of water. I love you guys, and I hope you get better, and write to me.